Good evening and welcome back to Salt Lake City for the first time in a long time. We're here at the Steiner Ice Sheet, or also known as the Salt Lake County Ice Sheet, and we're ready for a big matchup for the University of Utah Skating Utes. My name is Ellis Beacom. I'll be your host in tonight's contest. Alongside me to my right, my wonderful trusty color man in Valentino Pichardo. And Valentino, as I said, it's been a long time since we've been here in Salt Lake City in the house with the Utes looking to continue to play hot at home. But they've been playing anything but hot the last week, losing 3 of their last 5 games. Take us through what's been going on in some of the lulls to start this second half of the season.
Yeah, well, coming into the new year, the U really just struggled to get off the bat. I mean, they started off against the all-knowing and all-hot Weber State University team who just absolutely dominated the boys 6-3 in that game. You did go on a 2-match winning streak against Providence and the University of Denver, 9-2, 5-2 on the road. Was a great kind of pick-me-up after that game against Weber State, but the last 2 games against East Texas Baptist University and GCU, Grand Canyon University, it just wasn't there for the boys. They come into this game against Utah Valley team hoping to get something going, because as we look at the rankings, we're getting towards that point where this is the last regular season game before we go into the Wasatch Cup, and we get into those games where you really have to prove yourself at this point. So we'll send it over here in a minute.
That's exactly what we will do in just a moment, and you're exactly right. I mean, these are some of the most important contests of the year. So Kent Nolan, your chances, Utah looking to bounce back in the right side of the win column and play well at home here against a team they played very well against so far this year. Let's send it down ringside as we announce starting lineups.
Center number 18, Gwen Steffen. Right wing number 8, Alex Murray. And between the pipes this evening for your Skating Utes, number 32, Richard Lucy. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, if you'll kindly rise and remove your caps as we honor America with the singing of our national anthem. This evening's anthem is performed by Miss Maggie Porter.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, Miss Maggie Porter.
And we are all squared away for our opening puck drop from Salt Lake City. Hungry for hockey? I hope you are. We are just about set. And again, as we mentioned, prefaced in the pregame show, Utah not playing the Utah brand of hockey this past week and some change. Last weekend started the tournament off on the right foot. They get a big win against Providence. They get another big win against the University of Denver. But then East Texas Baptist showed Utah what's good with a 3-2 win, upsetting the Utes. And later following that up would be the Grand Canyon University team, and Utah and them facing off for the very first time. Grand Canyon gets the better of them, takes the win 4-2. That would mark 3 losses in their last 5 games, something we haven't seen in the last couple of years. So a bit of a lull right now for the Utes, but this matchup here this evening serves as a perfect chance to get back on the right side of the stick and to get it rolling again. Opening puck drop is taken by Utah Valley, but now Utah with possession through the neutral zone. That's Ben Hostetler with a quick shot on the forehand, and the net comes off the moorings right away. 19:40 left to go, just about 20 seconds into our hockey game, and we've got our first stoppage.
Well, you're talking about Utah, who's coming off of a 2-game losing streak. How about Utah Valley? They got their very first 2 wins of the season against Eastern Michigan and Gonzaga a couple days ago. The Utes, maybe not so much playing their brand of hockey. UVU's kind of not either. They're winning hockey games, which is kind of a new thing for them.
You're exactly
this
right.
season.
I mean, they've been struggling to get consistent wins all year long, except last weekend.
Yeah.
2 huge wins, one against Gonzaga and the other one against Eastern Michigan. 2 big contests that has Utah Valley at their hottest point of the season. So these 2 squads kind of yin and yang right now on opposite sides of the spectrum. A nice pass that time, but Hostetler couldn't handle it. Alex Murray sends it off his tape and tries to get it to Quinn Steffen. Now it's just Donovan O'Shea down there all alone with a couple Wolverines in front of him. Little toss up at center ice, and now Keegan Torrey's got it. Good back check there to push him off the puck, but it doesn't matter. He leads with the hip, and that's actually Nathan Skowinski using the body to brush his man off the point. Got an offsides here, and with 18:51 to play in the first, another stoppage, another face-off coming just outside Utah's zone.
Yeah, and looking at this for the Utes, as they come into this game, I mean, they've absolutely dominated this Utah Valley side so far this season. It hasn't really been close. 31-5.
Well, they got a good chance here across the ice, looking for a wide open man in the slot, and he just missed his tape. All the way down it goes. And yeah, back to what you said, 31-5 is the differential. A plus 26 plus minus for one side and a minus 26 plus minus for the other. The Utes have tended to dominate this crosstown rivalry, but again, as we mentioned, coming in pretty cold right now. Utah looking for this game, or looking to make this game serve as a get-right game. Try and beat up on their crosstown rival and get things going in the right direction again, with time fleeing on the season. As you mentioned, just a handful of home contests left this year before, well, I believe this is the final regular season game before the Wasatch Cup. Little battle for possession right along the neutral zone. Connor Beers checking in, and he immediately has the puck find him. Getting it across to Ben Hostetler. Hostetler drops it off for a man in stride. Now taking and waiting is Nathan Skowinski. A nice move to get some space. Looking at the field, waiting for something to develop. A nice pass intercepted before it could find its mark, and back down inside Utah's zone we go. 17:45 left to play in our opening period. Max Fenney's got it now, and he's looking for somewhere to go. Finds Skowinski. Skowinski waits for something to develop. Tries to get it to Beers and can't find his tape. A nice turnover by Elliot Traub that time, getting on the back check and getting the puck more importantly. Back behind the nets, along that far side wall. Making a nice move, tries to get it up to Fenney. Fenney makes a man miss, driving on his forehand, tries to bat it through. Good back check from the last line for the Wolverines. Able to shut that chance down. Puck is still in a dangerous spot on the ice if you're in green. Up to the point, quick shot, a deflection in front, and it goes wide, so it's up to Owen Melson. He sends it back to the points. Corral with the puck, he sends it in front. Good chance and a great save. Second effort's there, and they bury it right away. It is a 1-0 contest as Max Fenney nets one early here, and less than 3 minutes and 10 seconds in, and it's a 1-0 Utah lead.
And Utah's back to their old ways, putting pressure on the puck, getting their first really good chance on net, and we see it just come clear, and just like that, the Utes taking the early lead against their crosstown rival.
Good example of right guy, right place, right time. The deflection right out front couldn't have been centered better for Fenny, and he's able to put it back. Doesn't try and do too much, just gets it in the back of the net, which is all coach can ask. So 1-0 contest now. The Utes captain Ben Leduc with a nice move on the far side boards, but the back check is there to shut down the chance in time. Now Aiden Umina checking in. He's trying to pass that puck around, and it's trickled out of play. Another stoppage coming, 16:33 left to play in our opening. Here's another glance at that goal right in the happy zone of Max Fenny in front. What a great shot on the initial effort. The deflection goes wide, and only so much you can do if you're Braden Baxter in net.
And it's just about being in the right place at the right time, right? You set yourself up in position to get those deflections off the tender and slot them in. That's a good recipe for success.
Shooting for a rebound, shooting for the lead, shooting for a goal, all of the above. Max Fenny simultaneously checks those 3 boxes, and in doing so gives the Utes that 1-0 lead, which extends that differential to now 27, huh?
Oof. It's getting ugly.
Sure is. 32 goals for Utah in this season series so far, and 5 for Utah Valley. Wow, fighting a man off in stride, able to get the puck off his stick in time. A nice play that time by Alex Ewers. On that far side corner, benching along the boards, looking for somewhere to go. And more good back check this time from Utah, although this one squirts away off the post. Had Richard Lucy beat in net. And the iron does him a solid that time, keeps this game right where it is at a 1-0 tune. Ewers, east to west, the whole length of the court that time, able to be the first on site. This one gets by Malachi Lynch, but Lucy, excuse me, is there for a quick pass, and now the offense is driving the other way. A nice little saucer pass from Quinn Steffen that time, and Fenstermacher saw it all day, just couldn't quite handle it. The Wolverines able to get possession. Now they're trying to drive it the other way. In that near side corner, a couple bodies in transition. A nice move from Quinn Steffen, looking to beat him to the edge, sends it across, and it hits a stick before it could find the mark of Connor Fenstermacher over there. Little board battle, both sides looking for possession. Wrapping them up behind the nets, and a good job by the back check of Utah Valley once more to get that puck in and out of harm's way. Now back down the other way we go. No icing is waved. Touched at center ice. It must have been. Donovan O'Shea with a couple nice moves, and he enters the zone without a problem. Little back pass to himself, and now Mabiatas sets the edge, somehow keeps that puck in front of him. Another turnover, dangerous part of the ice. Max Ovi shoots just high, and Braden Baxter that time put to the test, just a little off net. All the way down it goes, hitting a stick in its roots. Cole Turner checks onto the ice for the second time tonight, and that puck gets out of play, but another face-off coming up on Utah Valley's side of the ice.
And Utah's putting a lot of pressure on Utah Valley here. Really take a look at that shot that goes off the post. But that's a little bit of a difference. What I've seen here early than the games that Utah Valley has played against Utah earlier this season is Utah Valley is much more willing to send bodies forward today. Maybe it's the confidence of those last 2 wins, but they have to be careful because the constant possession from Utah,
it's dangerous.
It's dangerous and it's going to threaten them, but they have been trying to get these transition moments, and that's really all they've been able to get all season against Utah. So we'll see how that works throughout this game.
You're exactly right. Time working on their side. However, what a ridiculous pass in front, and Turner buries it. Oh my goodness. Adam Corral with eyes in the back of his head, seeing red all day, and what an assist that was. Corral to Turner, a 2-0 game. Less than 7 minutes into our first period. And here's another look at that. You'll be seeing this one for a while. My goodness. Gets it past the back check, perfectly on points. Buried in the back of the net.
Just the eyes to see him making that skate just right across. Great vision, great eyes, great pass. picking apart the D line on that, and Utah takes the 2-0 lead here very early on. Well, 13 minutes left in the
It's
first.
plays like that that make you wonder if Adam Corral is more comfortable on the ice or on the ground.
Yeah.
He certainly looks comfortable either way and continues to amass an incredible highlight reel throughout this season. His first campaign as a member of the Skating Utes. Looking for more damage here, bleeding from the same hand. That far side corner right in front, looking for Connor Beers. A nice job by the back check. And I was just going to mention how well the back checks played, but it's impossible to shut down chances like that. My goodness, nifty at the net. Right in front and wanted to get it done himself that time. Daniel Carroll showed off a thing or two with the handles. And now Utah Valley entering the offensive zone. Looking to shake him in and drive to the net is Braden Murphy. Murphy, one of their leading point scorers this year with 4 goals and 3 assists so far this season. Now Beers enters the offensive zone. Gets it by a man, and now little spinorama trying to look for space, and he found Ben Leduc at the point, just sent it right between the legs. A little Meg shot that time, and now it's Malachi Lynch with the puck. Lynch gets it off his tape and gets it ahead to Aiden Umina. Umina tries to send it ahead of the field and just misses the mark. Fortunately, Ben Leduc is the first one there. He gets it back to Umina. Umina waits in that near side corner. Leduc with a man in pursuit. 3-on-3 crime, and 3 gets the better of him this time. Adam Weisenberg takes it right from him before Utah able to get that possession right back. And this takes us back to what Valentino had mentioned just a couple of minutes ago. Utah going to look to possess this puck as long as they possibly can. Keep it in Utah Valley's side of the court for good reason. And that's pretty much all we've seen so far in this first period.
Yeah, and just to go back to that goal by Adam Corral, that now puts him even with Connor Beers this season against Utah Valley. That's 10 points against Utah Valley for Adam Corral.
And here's another good chance. Aiden Umina leading the charge right in front. A nice pass gets broken up before it could find its mark. Right in front, another good chance. Matt Biatas takes a shot, and a good save from Baxter keeps that one out and keeps the deficit firmly planted at 2. Baxter begging for his life back there. And in a game where the back check has seemingly played a little bit better for Utah Valley through the early goings, Utah's just capitalized on a couple high percentage looks. And that's all you can ask. Now back behind the nets. Ooh, a big hit laid. And it looks like a delayed penalty coming. First time in the sin bin. And it's going to be the Utes getting charged on this one. We'll see what the call is in just a second, but I believe it's probably 2 minutes, or a 2-minute minor for interference. It is roughing, 2-minute minor, and the first penalty of the game, it is Alex Murray checking into the box. The first Utes to go to the sin bin tonight. And now the Utes down a man for the next 2 minutes, looking to keep the score right where it is at a 2-0 tune.
And this is a chance for the power play unit for Utah Valley, which is...
Ooh, a nice steal right in front of the net. Braden Baxter probably had to put his hazard lights on for a second. Danger close right there, as the back check for Utah Valley had some struggles with Cole Turner in pursuit. Looks like they're going to struggle more here. He is just all over the ice right now.
And just as I was about to say that, Utah Valley's power play has struggled this year.
And here's another turnover headed by Cole Turner. Turner waits right in front. A great save by Baxter to keep it at a 2-0 tune. Maxwell Hovey was thinking threes, and he nearly had it. It would have been his team-leading 35th points of the year.
And as I was just saying, Utah Valley just hasn't been able to convert on these extra skater opportunities. 19% on the year when they have an opponent in the sin bin.
Oh, a nice move by Aiden Umina. And look at the way, the pace that Utah is skating with right now. It's just at least one guy on the puck, 2 guys, 3 guys on the puck as soon as a Utah Valley forward is receiving it.
And coming off a long week like they did, Utah, the fact that they have this much energy and this much pace says a lot about this team right now.
Good chance in front, a nice save by Richard Lucy, the freshman goaltender. playing comfortably back there tonight. And a nice job getting it to the points, and more importantly, getting the clear. All the way down it goes. Murray in pursuit. Ewers takes a big hit there from the back check of Utah Valley, but Malachi Lynch is there to set the edge and keep the puck on that side of the ice. Just a great job eating that clock away, buying time in that near side corner. A barrage of bodies all over Malachi Lynch, and they're just able to get the puck off. Not a whole lot of action there on that power play for Utah Valley, largely because of the domination we've seen in terms of possession so far through this first from Utah.
Yeah, and we got to talk about that PK unit for Utah, the pressure that they were putting on Utah Valley, not letting them breathe, constantly having two skaters up, putting pressure on them, not allowing them to get those clear chances and set in the offensive zone.
Oh, and here's another one of those clear chances. Max Fetty entering the zone, a quick pass right across, right in front, and a good snare by the back check for Utah Valley. Another one, I should say. That time it was Braden Murphy getting his hands down and blocking that shot before it could be too dangerous. Henry Wadsworth with the puck now. Rallying behind the nets, gets it to Murphy. Murphy circling, waiting, and gets it off his tape to Boston Vest. Vest sends it down. Intercepted by Utah, dangerous part of the ice. Corral's got it. Corral waits behind the nets. Looking for something to free up. Finds him right in front, and they score a top shelf and 3 goals in the first already. Utah laying the boom here with 7:38 to play in the first. And how about it? A 3-0 tune. Maxwell Hovey's 17th goal of the year, and he does get that 35th point.
Absolute control from this Utah side. I mean, on every end of the ice, we look at it here. He's just holding the puck behind the net, waiting for someone to get open, and he slots it right past the tender. Nothing, absolutely nothing
Money
that
shot
Utah
right
Valley
there.
could do.
I mean, that's just two guys being on the same page. Didn't have to say a word. Max Hovey and Adam Corral that time get it done. Corral's second point of the game. He's got a chance for another one here. A good shot on Baxter. Baxter gets the save. Utah looking for their 4th of the period. And we've still got 7:15 to play. Here's a rebound shot from Hovey. Utah still with possession, dominating in that category early on here. Corral tries to get it through a barrage of bodies to Skowinski. And the puck couldn't quite find the mark in time. Ben Ferenc down there looking to fend off this Utah forecheck that has been dominant so far. Another golden chance, and Utah nearly makes it 4-0. But thankfully, Braden Baxter there to shut that chance down. And, well, Valentino, officially over halfway in this period. 6:53 to play, a 3-0 contest. Tell me what you noticed so far.
Utah is playing with speed, with control, and Utah Valley, despite their back check improving from previous games against this Ute side, they can't stop them. They can't stop this, and especially right now, I feel like after that third goal, we've seen 2 or 3 more shots on Baxter that Utah Valley's just, it feels like their heads are down. They don't have the energy that they did coming into this game, and Utah, despite playing 4 games back-to-back last week, they're playing like they have fresh skates on the ice.
Like there's a fire lit under him tonight. A little bit of anger was the one term I was thinking that you're missing. You know, you got the speed, you got the endurance, you got the ferocity. That anger is there tonight, too. The Utes coming out probably angry with those last 2 performances in that tournament. I mean, losing to 2 teams that most guys on this team would tell you they should have beat. And East Texas Baptist, a very, very good hockey program. But a game in which the Utes tied it up 2-2, then gave up a third period goal and just couldn't find their way back into the contest. It's those games that stick with you, and then they have the chance to kind of back up that performance, get back on the right side against Grand Canyon the next night. And another loss on the road, a 4-2 contest, just Utah not playing quite their brand of hockey. And boy, we're what? About almost 14 minutes into this first period. And you can certifiably say Utah is playing their brand of hockey again.
They're back. They're back. Whatever they lost in those last 2 games, it's back tonight against Utah Valley.
They flushed it clearly, and that's all you want to see, short-term memory, especially when it comes to the mistakes, when it comes to the bad moments, so you can live for that next great moment, and we've seen 3 of those tonight. Oh, here's a great chance. What a great job on the back check, getting back just in time is Quinn Steffen. Now him and Owen Melson, a little bit of a toil up behind the nets. Melson able to get it off his tape. And along the far side boards, Mabietas tried to get a piece of it and had it turned over. Now Steffen's got it again. Steffen entering the zone right by the Utah logo. Goes top shelf, a big deflection in front. Here's another chance from Fenstermacher, and they score. It is a 4-0 contest. 15 or 14 minutes into this game, and 4 goals to speak of. Utah saw that plus 26 goal differential, the plus minus coming into this, and they're like, man, how's it not at 30? Well, now it is, guys, so great job.
Can we just talk about the getting back on that deflection there? I mean, it hits the back of the back of Utah Valley. It seems like everyone was frozen, but Fenstermacher keeps his head up. He gets an amazing shot on net, and it sinks in. Utah is just, I've said domination. I don't think there's a better word that I can use right now for this game.
And Fenstermacher, not your normal shooter, just his 3rd goal of the season. But, I mean, that's a testament to how deep this Utah team is. You give anybody a chance with that much space in front of the net, and that's what they'll do. They'll punish your goaltenders. And Brayden Baxter doing all he can to keep his team in this game tonight. But Utah really just out of the gates, on the gas, going 100+ the whole way, and they have shown no signs of slowing down.
But we're going to get to see this Utah PK unit again. Kai Tweeten going into the sin bin. 2nd Ute going into the penalty box today.
And I think that's another huge difference in this contest is the health. Here's a great chance right in front.
Oh my goodness.
And Leduc beat everybody, just couldn't get it in the back of the net in time. Nifty moves from the Ute captain that time. Just no goal to show for it. Now in transition, Utah Valley enters the offensive zone. A man for the Wolverines down in their neutral zone right in front of their bench. But play on they will. Looks like they're going to blow that whistle now, and it looks to be an injury timeout. A member of Utah Valley down on the ice after that hit in front of the Utah Valley bench. So we're going to have a quick stoppage. 1:25 left to go on the power play for Utah Valley.
Just got to hope everything's okay. Didn't exactly see what happened, but you just, especially when we're getting towards the end of the season like this, you want everyone to be able to finish out healthy and good. It's been a rough night so far for Utah Valley, but still not over yet. You still just, the morale's already a little bit low on that side of the ice. Last thing you want is for a guy to go down.
And you never want to see that across any sport, and unfortunately, it's the one commonality all sports have, is if you're an athlete, you tend to get injured.
Seems it was just a tie-up between him and another Utah skater, completely accidental, and probably just hit him wrong, maybe with a stick.
Yeah, and you always worry on hits like that or on mishaps like that it's knee-to-knee contact. That's the one thing you want to avoid, and it looked like it might have been there.
Yep.
And obviously, we are not doctors. We are broadcasters. So we are not able to give any determination as to what happened on the ice. But it certainly, at first glance, looked like just a collision in open ice, and I think their knees might have connected, which is the source of the pain.
But as we're talking about Utah Valley in this game so far, I mean, their heads are down. You can see it on their bench. It's just, you're down 4-0. Even when you've been up a man, the 2 penalties from Utah, you haven't been able to really get anything. 1 shot on goal all game, and it was that deflection off the post.
And that's including those 2 power plays they've had.
Yeah.
You're exactly right. You're not sugarcoating it. We haven't seen much of anything from Utah Valley so far tonight, which is why they're trailing 4-0. Round of applause as he skates his way off with a little bit of assistance. You just hope everything's okay. and that it's no major damage, and it's just a bruise. And, you know, that's the price of admission, right? You play hockey, you're going to get bruised, although you don't sign up to have any injuries that are nagging, and that's what you hope it doesn't happen. So Alex Parnes exits the game, and we play on. Face-off coming up from outside Utah's zone. Still a man down with 1:25 left to play on the penalty kill for the Utes. 1:25 to go on the power play for Utah Valley. A nice pass through a barrage of some bodies, but that second effort gobbled up by Malachi Lynch. All the way down it goes. Braden Baxter waits in nets and does everything right there. Little disconnect between the back check, or between members of the back check. That icing is waved off, and Utah Valley enters the zone. Here's a good chance in front. Easy save for Richard Lucy, and with 51 to play on the power play, 4:21 left in our first period, a 4-0 game already. And, you know, normally at this time I'd be asking, okay, Valentino, so what do the Utes have to do differently going into this next period? I don't think I have to ask that this period. Nope.
I mean, all I'd say is maybe Richard Lucy can get a couple jumping jacks in between the periods to
Here
keep
comes
his
Connor
blood pumping.
Beers with some speed, and a nice save by Baxter.
But maybe he can do some jumping jacks to get some blood pumping, because we just saw him make that easy catch. That's probably the first action that we've been able to really say about him, besides that one shot that went off the post very early in this game. But we really he hasn't had to do much. We haven't said his name that much, and that's because on the opposite end, Braden Baxter's been seeing nothing but pucks flying at him. And that even includes when you're on the penalty. When you're on the power play and your team's up, he's getting shots against him. So Utah, they're doing everything right. Utah Valley, going into the second period, they're going to try and just ignore the score and say this is a brand new game.
Here's Dono O'Shea cutting up in the open ice and driving his way to the point. A really dangerous chance that time for Utah. They just couldn't take advantage of it. And if anybody's going to show off the two-way prowess, nobody better to do it than Dono O'Shea. Still battling for possession on the far side. And it just seems like the pace of play, especially for Utah tonight, trending in their favor. They're on the puck faster. There's more guys on the puck. They're just playing aggressive, 5 on the puck at all times, and it's been a recipe for success so far. 4-0 lead early. Corral waits, couldn't quite get the muster off on that stick or on that pass he was looking for. And now a good job by the back check to get it out and drive it down the other way. Into that far side corner. Both sides looking for possession, and Utah's got it now. It's Max Hovey driving across the blue line, battling in front for possession. And Murray comes down with it, sent back across into that far side corner, and all the way through back to the Utes. And man, if you're wearing a white and red jersey tonight, the odds are in your favor early. Cole Turner with the puck. A great pass in front, just couldn't handle it in time. That had goal written all over it. Corral shows off the deeks, makes a couple nice moves. Now Turner doing the same thing. Him and Corral with great chemistry on that starting line. Wrapping it all the way around, waiting towards the logo. He goes, and it's stopped there by the foot of Titan Soto. Another turnover. And now Hostetler's got some speed. The big left-hander takes a shot and gets the deflection himself. Another shot in front. The third effort still is there on the backhand. Another one sent in front. Can't find its way through the screen, and Braden Baxter able to get on top of it after a barrage of shots in net. 1:35 left to play. 23 shots now for the Utes in this opening period of action. A 4-0 contest. And man, 2 full periods of hockey left, but not much life on display thus far from Utah Valley. The Wolverines having trouble getting anything going on the ice so far.
Yeah, and seeing a player, seemingly just another player. Oh, wait, no, that seems to be the same Alex
Alex Parnes
Paranis.
heading off the
Yep.
ice, and
getting checked. Probably going to head to the locker room. He's just going to sit down for now, but it seems that Utah is just going to be in control the rest of this period. Utah Valley, they're going to have to reset in the locker room. You have a man go out. Maybe that can...
oh, here's a good chance. Get some momentum on their side, and they do. They bury it. Waning moments of the first, and Braden Murphy does it himself. His 5th goal of the season. It's a 4-1 contest with just under a minute and a half to play.
Well, I was just saying that Utah Valley is going to need something to pick up their spirits in the locker room. Maybe it was getting around your guy who went down, but what better way than getting a goal towards the end of the period and just lifting those spirits up. You've been just absolutely dominated so far in this game, but to get that goal, to get the spirits up right before the end of the period, maybe give yourself some hope that you can get back into this game.
100%. That's everything. That's everything. Even in a with the lead still or the Utes still leading by 3, it might feel like a meaningless. That is everything. It gives them something to get excited about. It gives them something to talk well about, something positive to look at. And it gives them momentum, most importantly, to carry over into the next period. 53 seconds remaining in our first period of regulation. Now Aiden Umina entering the zone. Tries to send it in front. A nice save by Braden Baxter on the errant pass. Kai Tweeten gets it off his tape. A nice move, getting some space. Melson takes the shot, and the Utes nearly get it right back. Far corner, that's Ewers. Ewers looking for somewhere to go, and he's blasted off the puck. Final half minutes in our first period. Walking that blue line, waiting for something to develop. A nice pass from Braden Murphy, the lone goal scorer for Utah Valley in this period, and offsides entering the zone with 17 and 2 ticks to tick, and a 4-1 contest. Let's take another look at that Alex Murray goal. 1-on-none. Only man he had to beat was Richard Lucy, and that's exactly what he does. Low blocker side, gets it by him, and most importantly, gets the Wolverines on the scoreboard. From the face-off circle at center ice, sent all the way down. Now through the neutral zone, our final 5 seconds in this first period of action. Good pass. Beers has got it. Beers looking for somewhere to go along the boards. Quick shot towards the post. Just wide, but haven't gotten to say that much this period. 20 shots and 4 goals for the Utes. 3 shots and a goal for Utah Valley. Really just a dominant period for the Utes.
Absolutely, and you couldn't ask anything more if you're the Utes. It's just been absolute domination. Of course, you give up that one-on-one chance from Braden Murphy that sealed it for Utah Valley. But now, for Utah Valley, going into the locker room, you get that goal. You get some momentum going on your side. You get a little bit of hope for your side. But for Utah, you've been able to control the game. You've been able to dominate the possession, dictate the play. If you can continue to do that, seal this one up, get an early goal, demoralize that Utah Valley side coming into the next period, and you'll seal this one off going to the rest of the game.
If all goes according to plan, as you said, it's going to be a good night to be a Ute here in Salt Lake City. We've got 2 periods due up and a 15-minute intermission starting right about now. And I believe we were supposed to send it down rink side for a player interview, but seems like some in-flight missile repair down there. Not 100% sure what's going on. Valentino and I will be back in 15 minutes. See you then.
Hey, Utah hockey fans. I'm Claire O'Connor here with Connor Fetstemacher. Connor, what have you guys been doing in practice lately that you're going to implement in tonight's game?
We've had a great week. Coach Fernelius has put in a lot of battle drills, a lot of on-man rush stuff, a lot of passing. Kind of just get ready for more physical teams and plays off the rush.
All right, that's great. And what are you going to do personally? What's your personal goal for tonight?
Just play hard, hit, try to score a goal, see if that happens. But yeah.
All right, great. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Hey, Utah hockey fans. I'm Claire O'Connor here with Braden Murphy from Utah Valley University. What did your team do to prepare for tonight's game against the Utes?
I mean, just get moving in the mornings, eat good food. I mean, there's not a lot to it. Just be mentally ready, keep it cool.
Okay, and then how do you guys plan to set the tone early on in tonight's game?
Just get pucks deep, finish hits.
All right, thank you so much. Have a good game. Bye, guys.
Welcome back from our first intermission, and yes, that is correct. It is a 4-1 contest, just like we left it in the first. We've got about 2 minutes until both sides skate out there for period number 2, and I think it's a quick synopsis of that first period. Utes dominate Utah Valley, late momentum, looking to carry that over into the second period, but if they don't score that goal, I don't know that we've seen the Utes play a more well-rounded, domination-like period this whole season.
I completely agree. And with what we've seen from these highlights from Valley up until that late goal, but besides that, it was just absolute domination. What a beautiful pass.
That's my
from Adam
goal of the
Corral.
year candidate right there. I mean, just unbelievable.
Oh.
Corral finding Cole Turner. It's usually the other way around. I mean, Corral this year's got 21 goals, and Cole Turner so far through the season, he's only got 5. That was his 6th goal of the season. It's just awesome to see that chemistry out there on display and to see that line producing the way that it has been. Max Fenny with a goal in this contest. Corral's got his name in the bin.
See Fenstemacher here.
Fenstemacher with that nasty shot in open space earlier. The Utes just taking full well advantage of every opportunity that they can, and because of that, they've got a 3-goal lead, and they go into this period looking to lay on the gas pedal for 1 more period, 2 more periods. But that starts with this one here. 20 shots through that opening period, looking for 20 more here in the second.
Yep. And we just see that goal from Utah Valley, Braden Murphy. But really, after that, it just wasn't much of anything from Utah Valley. They had that one chance. It went in the back of the net. I just don't see Utah letting off the gas pedal coming into the second period. They know that they gave up that 1 goal. I mean, I'm sure Richard Lucy isn't the happiest right now. He probably wanted the clean sheet. But needless to say, Utah 20 shots in 1 period. They're on track for 60 shots in this game if they get another 20 in this period.
And I mean, Braden Baxter, man, we feel for you. You are playing your heart out, kid, and putting everything out there, doing a great job of stonewalling these chances. But when you give an offense as potent as the Utes are, scoring chances like Utah Valley has given them in that first period, they're going to take advantage of it, and that's exactly what the Utes did. Max Hovey gets a goal. Max Fenny gets a goal. Max Power for both of those guys. Cole Turner with a goal. Connor Fenstemacher with a goal. And all of a sudden, it's a 4-1 contest. Thanks to Braden Murphy. I mean, he keeps them in this contest by scoring that goal. And now Utah Valley looks to come out here, get some momentum on their side, and start clawing back into this game. If you're the Utes, I think exactly like you just said, it's step on the gas and leave them in the past, and that's exactly what they're looking to do in this second period.
And, I mean, Utah Valley's side, you can't give up as good chances as they did when you're up a skater. They weren't able to get any zone entry going. They weren't able to get any possession in the offensive zone. Utah dominated. They had better chances when down a man than Utah Valley did up a skater. So, I mean, honestly, when you look at this from Utah Valley's perspective, it's getting any possession you can in that offensive zone. If you can get 30 seconds, you take it and you take your chance.
I mean, those are almost like stacking little wins together by themselves. I mean, and that's exactly right. That's what we're going to be looking for in this period. They need, if they want to come back in this contest, the first thing they need to do is start possessing the puck.
Yep.
Opening face-off underway here in period number 2. A fresh sheet of ice down there rink side, and Malachi Lynch not afraid to use it. Quick pass to Donovan O'Shea. O'Shea looking for some space. He's going to get across the pond all the way through the neutral zone. Up ahead, a big hit laid on Ben Leduc. He's able to stay on his feet. Gets the puck called right back to him. And a nice job setting the edge. That was actually Riley Mabietas who took that hit like there was no tomorrow. And now Utah Valley with a good chance. Passing up ahead in front of everyone. Just a little too late on the reception of that nice pass. Now Fenstermacher in transition, looking for his second of the game. Good back check from Utah Valley to get him off the puck. But Donovan O'Shea there in time to re-corral it. And now it's back to Fenstermacher. Good pass through center ice. Just couldn't find the mark. And the Wolverines with another turnover early here. A quick dish into that far side corner. Good chance in front, but Utah able to shut it down. And now they're driving the other way into the offensive zone. Waiting, Skowinski takes a shot, and it deflects high and wide. Back in that near side corner, Max Hovey's got it. Looking for his second goal of the game, but all for naught. A quick tie-up in front prevents that one from getting through. 18-20 left to play here in our second period.
Not much action just far, but a stat that I dug in and found. After the first period, 11-1 this season. They don't lose. That one loss was to Weber State. So when it comes to that, if you're a Wolverine, you're hoping that you can be the other crosstown rival to change that tale. But if you're a Utes fan, that is a really good sign, especially with this big lead that you have so far.
Well, as long as the percentage isn't 0, you're telling me there's a chance.
There will always be a chance in hockey as long as there's time left on the clock.
A big turnover here. Cole Turner with lots of space, lots of time, gets it off just late. And Utah, with arguably their best chance of the game there, couldn't quite get it in the nick of time. And now Utah Valley's reinforcements there to try and stack the edges and shut this chance down. Connor Beers has got it. Beers by the logo, waiting, forehand, good pass. Finds Cole Turner, quick shot, deflection in front, and Braden Baxter covers it up and keeps this game alive.
Yep. He is getting shots left and right thrown at him, but he's holding his ground, and that's what's most important. When you have 23, 24 shots on you through the first period and 3 minutes, and I mean, you've only allowed 4 in. Of course, you don't want to allow 4 in, but with how this game has gone, you only have allowed 4 in the back of the net. Baxter's not going to take it as a win, but I feel like there is some sense of a win there.
100%. And I mean, that's their purpose of continuing to fight away. Compete and do everything we can for our guy in. And I think Utah Valley's got a great chance to show off their rebound ability this period, try and shut down these scoring chances for the Utes like they have been thus far through these first 3 minutes, and to keep this game. It really seemed like there was no adjustment that could be made. Soaking up these lanes and possessing the puck, really, albeit we're only 2:59 in. Beers with an easy faceoff win, tries to go between the legs of the winger, and he is denied at the rim. Now it's Owen Melson with Jackson Ronick in front of him. A nice poke from Ronick, or excuse me, that's Max Fenney. Back to Connor Beers, back to Fenney, and a quick turnover, but all for naught. Daniel Carroll keeps possession on the red side, and another turnover. A shutdown before it could get too dangerous. Here's a good chance. Entering the offensive zone, and no problem for the likes of Kai Tweeten, an easy poke to keep him out. 16-16 left to play here in period number 2. Now Kai Tweeten's got it. Just called his name defensively. Here's a quick shot that catches a boot before it catches the nets. 16 minutes left to play here. And a quick turnover right in front of the Utah logo. Now driving with some speed, entering the offensive zone. It finds its way through. Quick shot goes high and wide and all the way down. Now Ben Leduc in a foot race, trying to beat the man there, and he does. Hustle paying dividends that time. He's got to wait for reinforcements. Donovan O'Shea, quick shot. Somehow squeaks its way through and can't find the nets. And that's why you stack bodies in front of the net there to screen, for better or for worse. And in Braden Baxter's favor, it was for better that time. Little scrum on the ice, both sides a little slow to get up, and it looks like a delayed penalty going against. But they've got the sin bin door for the Wolverines. We'll see right here. 2-minute minor for a hold. First 2 periods. So now they have a man down. Their third trip, excuse me, 2 in that first period. Now they're a man down for the next 2 minutes, 15 left to play. That's the second straight minute. I've said the minute twice.
And, well, now for Utah, can you execute like you did in that first period down a man? I mean, they were able to put pressure on the puck and control the penalty kill and create better chances than Utah Valley. On the other hand, can that 19% penalty unit for Utah Valley get something going and capitalize?
What Utah Valley had in the last period was a perfect exhibition of how well the Utes were playing. It didn't even feel like Utah Valley was on power. Utah dominated and took possession. They really scored a short lead. They did everything they could to prevent Utah Valley from applying the pressure. So we'll have to look and see if that changes here with their third power play chance of these first 2 periods. A nice move that time to generate some space. The lone goal scorer in Braden Murphy has it poked at the last second. Good defense from Donovan O'Shea, cutting up on the near side, around the back and taken down hard on the ice. Both guys get up no problem, and play on we do. Through center ice again. A good shot. Caught Richard Lucy a little bit in between that time, but he's able to get the stop. A minute left on the power play opportunity. 14 left in our second period. Entering the zone, waiting in front for a one-time chance. Waiting in net. Lucy looking to pick up on it. He finally does. And Utah Valley a little slow getting their reinforcements there in time. A nice stop by Braden Murphy. But he's got a Ute on either side of him. A nice move, cutting towards the net, looking for a second. A wide open man in the wings, and he couldn't quite find the mark. That looked like goal number 2 guaranteed. Wyatt Porter was the one waiting. Now the Utes finally able to get back that possession, sending it ahead of the crowd for Corral. And Corral's the first one there. Now it's Nathan Skowinski. Skowinski sends it along the boards for Connor Beers. Beers has got it. Fending a man off, going to his happy zone right below the logo. Quick shot on a one-time effort from Skowinski. Great location with it. Low and inside blocker. And just a better save from Brady Baxter. 2 seconds left. On the power play here. Continuing into the second period, Utah's done a great job of just occupying them on the ice and shutting down these chances. Good screen shot and a good save as well. In our second period.
And as much as Utah Valley able to get some bodies in front of net and put at least some pressure on Utah, putting some shots on the chances. Even though they may have gone some little improvements is what Utah Valley needs in this period to at least get another goal and make this more of a game.
You're exactly right. Consistency is key. And just applying the pressure, and we've certainly seen more of that in this period, albeit they're still looking for that momentum swing. They had the one in the first period with that big goal from Murphy. Now, can they get another one of those? That's the question. Plays like that, and we might see one sooner than we think here. Good job by the Utah Valley back check, albeit Utah able to gobble it up again. Now right in front of the net, another turnover. Still battling for possession. That's Aiden Umina and Alex Ewers. Ewers pushes him off, and a nice breakout pass for Utah Valley through a barrage of bodies. He just sends it down, and it's on the near side corner. Both sides battling for possession, trickling behind the nets. Owen Melson will take it himself, sends it along the boards for Alex Ewers. Ewers sends it further down the boards and into the neutral zone. Utah Valley feeling the pressure this time. A big hit laid at center ice by Ben Leduc. Wanted to keep the momentum on his side that time. That was a loud hit.
He made sure the Utah Valley entire team felt that one.
Swinging through across the blue line and just fanned on the shot. Looked like a dangerous chance that time. Cole Turner's got it now along the boards, and Max Hovey waits. Hovey takes and tips, and now Riley Mabietas has got it. Scoping the scene around him, a nice couple moves to get some space, sending it back down under. Cole Turner right in front, and they score! Cole Turner gets an assist. 4-goal lead, and continues to apply the pressure.
Just a beautiful pass out in front, and just a great shot. We'll see it again here. It just sets him up perfectly, and Hovey just finds the back of the net. Great shot, great setup, and really, you put 26 shots on goal. That's 6 more this period. Utah's been showing it this period again. They're putting the pressure on Utah Valley. The Wolverines can't do anything about it, and once again, they have the lead.
Another big hit following that lead extender. Just doing everything they need to do right now. Utah pacing a great game. It seems like if there's a chance, Cole Turner is going to exploit it. And yet again, another example on that never-ending list. He scored a goal earlier tonight. He's got an assist, too. How about a multi-point night for Cole Turner? Nice little no-look pass, nifty, over to Turner, right back to him. Driving towards the net, looking for a second, and a big hit late in front. Able to bounce back right up on his feet, but nice defense from Walker Montgomery, wanting absolutely nothing to do with Cole Turner driving into the net. And there's that hit from Mabietas, playing fire in his skates tonight, and 10:41 to play. A little under halfway into our second period, and if we're going just off the second period, it is a 1-0 Utes contest.
And, you know, we've talked throughout this season about this Utah side's physicality, and so far tonight, they're showing it again.
Here's Cole Turner, a good chance, and he scores again. a multi-goal game. How about call it a 6-1 lead, or a 6-1 game, and now a 5-goal lead. And again, over halfway to play in this period. Then we got a full period of hockey left. Cole Turner's got a chance to have a historic night here at the Sheet in Salt Lake City.
Well, we were wondering how Utah Valley was going to come out. I think we wondered too much about that. How are the Utes going to come out? They still slammed the pedal to the metal and just hammered it down, continued the pressure. 2 goals so far within the first 10 minutes of this period. And the Utes, they're flying.
Flying on ice, huh? That's exactly what you want to see, and you're exactly right. I mean, pedal to the metal, coming out angry in this period, looking for more here. Turner nearly had a hat trick right there, and we would still be under halfway into the game. Nathan Skowinski now waiting. Quick shot from Beers, and it's off a boot before it can find its mark. Beers shakes off a man, sends it back down under for Cole Turner. Turner waits. Nice little no-look pass. That was actually Daniel Carroll, waiting on that far side patiently. Behind the net is Carroll. Carroll takes himself. Forehand shot, save made by Baxter. Still a toss-up out front. Deflection right in front. Utah Valley able to get the chance until Nathan Skowinski takes it over. And now Utah Valley gets that breakout pass they're looking for. Entering the offensive zone, driving on the near side. Now reinforcements arrive for the Utes. Able to get it to Murphy right in front. A good chance and perfect positioning from Richard Lucy. It didn't matter. The back check did its job. And here we go. A great save from Braden Baxter on a 2-on-1 entering the offense.
It's fair to say that today is the Cole Turner show.
It sure is. I think it's the Cole Turner show. A 5-goal lead in the second period, and you're exactly right. We were so caught up with that last-minute goal scored by Utah Valley, we completely forgot about the team that we work for.
Yeah.
But they did not. They apparently did not forget. They are angry about those 2 losses last week, the 3 losses. Looking to never let that happen again, apparently. Took it to heart. Walking that blue line, waiting for something to develop. Murray's got it. Murray gets it off his tape and ahead of the crowd into that far side corner. Now reinforcements for the Utes arrive. 8:25 left to play in the second period of action. Nice call for the pass in open space. Now he's got some speed. Braden Koliha drops it down. The leading point scorer before tonight's contest. A big penalty there. That is a absolute no-no, and it's going to be a fight on the ice. Owen Melson with some retaliation, taking major exception to his netminder.
Listen,
getting slammed to the ground.
I can tell you one thing right now: you never mess with a team's goaltender.
Don't mess with the tender.
Don't mess with them. And when you do, listen. We never want someone to get hit on the ice. We never want a fight or anything to happen. Someone to get hurt, right? But you're kind of asking for it when you hit the guy back there in net.
And you know, you never want to take penalties, but that is one that I'm sure Nick Fornelius is happy to have a guy like Owen Melson on his starting line. I mean, you got to retaliate for your goalie after that. Look, everybody sees that, and there is an absolute zero tolerance policy for any of that. And exiting the game now is Brandon Howdy-Shell.
And I'm sorry, it's well deserved. You can't go in against the defender like that. It's not okay.
And unfortunately, I will not have the pleasure of calling Brandon Howdy-Shell's last name again tonight. I won't call him on the ice anymore. But a big break for Utah now. 8 minutes left to play in the second. They've already got 30 shots and a 5-goal lead. Why don't we add in a 5-minute major there? Now we're cooking in 1,000-degree temperatures.
Oh, yeah.
And for the Utes, I think this is exactly how they drew it up. Exactly what they wanted to see, especially at home where they've played so well all season. And like you said, when they lead after one, they're 11-1. And this seems to be another one of those contests. They're looking to just close out nicely, add a couple more scores into the score column, and continue to play well against this Utah Valley team that came in hot and has cooled off a little bit since the start of this contest. So it's a 2-minute minor for the Utes. Owen Melson goes to the box, likely for interference, and a 5-minute major and a game disqualification for Brandon Howdy Shell. Brandon, that is the last time I will say your awesome last name tonight. Now cutting on the outside circle towards Braden Baxter's crease. A nice pass right in front. Mabiatos with a great move, and he hits nothing but post. Had him beat dead to the nets, and just a little bit of iron luck that time from Braden Baxter, for Braden Baxter. A minute 30 left to go on the 4-on-4. Then the Utes will have 3 minutes of uncontested 5-on-4 hockey. Here comes Donovan O'Shea going top shelf, just missing high. 7:28 left to play in the second. Right behind the nets, waiting patiently. Quick change of possession. And Henry Wadsworth's got it. He's going to send it to Braden Murphy. Murphy with a nice move to generate some space. He's still got a rabid Adam Corral hot on his tail. And if you've seen this freshman play this year, you would know as a defenseman, that is not what you want to see. Malachi Lynch now taking it, gets it off to Corral. Corral with some speed. Cuts it through the blue line and around 2 defenders right in the heart of the defense, sends it back to Ben Hostetler. Haas is waiting. He's going to send it along the boards and back into the corner. Alex Ewers does a nice job setting that edge until he loses the puck. Brought everything past that defender except for the puck. Now a nice pass ahead for Nate Skowinski. Skowinski drives. A great pass in open ice, a wide open net, and the Utes bury it. It's their 7th goal of the game on a 4-on-4. Nothing but net that time, and my goodness, it is getting ugly here with 6:19 to play in the second. Adam Corral nets his 22nd goal of the season, and the Utes net their 7th of the game.
I mean, I feel like there was something to that. Adam Corral he's been amazing this season, and you don't want to give him a one-on-one chance. Baxter on that.
That guy, you're going to choose the Utes' leading goal scorer to give up the one-on-one? Anybody else, right? Anybody else.
I'm sure he was in between the posts like, why? Why is my team letting this one-on-one
happen? Why did you do this to me?
I mean,
100%.
he's been saying that all night, but especially in that case.
Now the Utes with a man advantage for the next 3 minutes carry us to the 3-minute mark of this second period. Into that far side corner, waiting patiently. The Utes playing catch, tossing it around the horn. Corral's got it. He's looking for a multi-goal game right in front, and the Utes nearly had their 8th. That marked 4 goals in each of the first 2 periods. That had iron written all over it. And now Utah Valley able to get the rebound. And a quick clear, a much-needed clear to take some pressure off and force a reset for Utah. Now Connor Beers, sophomore skater waiting on the wings. Looking for something to develop. Passes it to Corral. Corral by the logo. Drives in front, and he scores! Adam Corral, have a game, why don't you? My goodness, his 2nd goal of the game and the 8th of the game for the Utes. They've still got 2 minutes of 5-on-4 hockey left.
How about 4 points today for Adam Corral? We're talking about Cole Turner, his teammate. Now we got to talk about Adam Corral. He's having himself a game. 4 points today. He is absolutely destroying this team. It's the Adam Corral show, the Cole Turner show. It's the University of Utah show. They are dominating. 4 goals in this period. They still have 2 minutes with the skater advantage. I don't know what else to say.
Have a night.
Yeah, have a night, man.
The Adam Corral and the Cole Turner show is officially on 4K display here tonight in Salt Lake City. 5 minutes left in the second period, and the Utes still have 1:50 left with an extra skater out there. They're going to keep eating from that same hand. They already got one on this power play. What's one more?
It's when you see friendly rivalries between teammates. Who's going to get the hat trick?
That's our big question rolling into towards the third period. Tried to keep it in the offensive zone, and it just trickled out last second. Daniel Carroll has it swiped right from him. And a clear about 20 feet down ice, and the Utes with a quick reception able to get it right back in. Kai Tweeten, he's got the puck, passes it along for Daniel Carroll, back along the boards to the point for Tweeten. Up front, and the deflection goes out. The Utes have it. We're maintaining possession and maintaining possession well. Max Fenney passes it along for Alex Murray. Murray's got it. Excuse me, that's Alex Ewers. Ewers pass along to the point for Fenney, and a quick shot in the slot that goes just wide on the deflection. Final 40 seconds of man advantage for the Utes, looking for their 5th goal of the period. If you thought that first period was a show, man, oh man, I hope you stuck around for the second. Fenney driving, waiting inside that face-off circle, gets out to Quinn Steffen. Steffen waits, circles patiently, waiting for a window. Sent up to Donovan O'Shea, right back down. A quick shot and a tripping call coming up. And it looks like Utah Valley going right back to the box, 4 seconds away from beating this power play. And bang, another disciplinary question, another man to the box, and another power play, most importantly for the Utes, which will take Utah Valley a man down all the way through the 1 minute and 8 second mark of this contest.
I mean, just when you think you're about to get back to even strength, you think that, okay, it's been a rough game so far. Maybe we can at least get back to even strength and finish out this period. You go and get a tripping penalty, and now pretty much for the rest of this period, there's going to be 1 minute 8 seconds left, but for pretty much the remainder of this period, you're going to be down a skater.
Those are the kinds of plays that will drive a coach mad. The self-inflicted wounds, and what a shot that was from Adam Corral. Boy, am I lucky I'm not Braden Baxter tonight. Would not want to be facing those shots. Donovan O'Shea able to get the puck after a quick battle of the bodies in front of Richard Lucy's crease. Now it's Adam Corral. Corral waiting, looking for something to develop. What a pass on the outside. A great save from Braden Baxter. Everything working for the Utes right now.
Yeah, and I just want to highlight Adam Corral. I know we've talked about him a lot in this period, but the way he's playing, his passes, I mean, 2 assists, 2 goals, he is feeling it tonight. The Utes' entire team is feeling it, the way they're cycling the puck, the way they're maintaining possession in the offensive zone. Even when it gets into the neutral zone, they're immediately starting that press back towards the goal. On every single level of play, it is going right for Utah in this game so far.
One of the best full-fledged efforts we've seen from them all season, that's for sure. And we still got a lot of hockey left to be played. 1 minute and 10 seconds, or a tick over 1 minute and 10 seconds left on the Utes man advantage. 2:20 left in the second period. Connor Beers, a deflected shot out front. More dangerous than Braden Baxter probably would have liked. UVU able to get the rebound, however, and cash it all the way down ice, where Donovan O'Shea's waiting. 50 seconds remain on the Utes power play. Some nifty skating from Dono that time, able to shake a man, sends it along the boards. And Utah, quick turnover, but they're able to get it right back before this one misses the mark. Aiden Umina took a one-time shot that time, just a little off on that timing. And back down it goes. Behind the net, Dono O'Shea drops it off. He skates towards the bench while Daniel Carroll leads the drive into the offensive zone. Ewers has got it. Alex Ewers waiting, sends it along for Steffen. Excuse me, that is Daniel Carroll. Carroll sends it to Tweeten. Tweeten in the middle for Hovey, right in front, and nearly their 5th goal of the period. Another chance right here. Corral waiting. Right back in front, and they score another one. It is their 9th goal of the game.
Oh,
And I don't know how he fit that puck in. Just great awareness on the near side post to bury it in. And Max Hovey, man, are we going to have a third guy in this game of all time set? So it's not only the Cole Turner show, it's not only the Adam Corral show, it's also the Max Hovey show. I mean, my goodness, everybody getting a hand on this in the action tonight. Hovey's got a multiple game. The Utes now lead 9-1.
he won the race.
He
Max
sure
Hovey
did.
finally won the race. We had a 3-way race going for a hat trick, and Max Hovey, he gets it.
Somehow we forgot about Max Hovey. We were so busy talking about the accolades of Cole Turner and the accolades of Adam Corral tonight. How could we forget about Max Hovey, the heartbeat of this team? Another great scoring chance shut down by Braden Baxter. 9 goals tonight already for Utah with a full period to play. There's a shot from the blue line that goes wide. Utah looking to send us to the break with an 8-goal lead. 2-on-2 entering the zone, and they score again. How about a 9-goal lead? Connor Fenstermacher with his 2nd of the game. And who will not score 2 goals tonight? That is becoming the question.
I can't believe what I'm watching right now. I mean, this Utah side is just, they're having fun out on the ice. You got to feel for the Wolverines on the other side. I mean, they can't seem to get anything going. They can't stop this Utah side. And Fenstermacher, like you said, he just slots this one right past the defender and the goaltender.
That's the second time tonight they've given Fenstermacher a little too much space, and he's just taken that little amount of space and turned it into something beautiful. 2 goals for Connor Fenstermacher tonight. He doubles his total from the year previously. He had 2 coming into tonight. He's got 4 now on the season. Impressive all-around performance so far from the Utes, and we are officially through with 2. How about a 6-goal period from the Skaten Utes and now a 9-goal lead?
I just can't believe this.
Where do we start? Where do we start?
I mean, let's just I mean, I don't know if there's a right place to start or a wrong place to start. I just say we start with the complete domination of this Utah side. We came into this period after that goal that ended the first period thinking maybe Utah Valley can get back into this game. Maybe they have something going for them. But that goal by Max Hovey, his 2nd on the night, on the assist from Cole Turner, 8 minutes into this period, it just opened the floodgates.
Hovey, Carroll, Corral, Hovey, Fenstermacher. That's the scoring total from our 2nd period of actions. If 6 goals wasn't enough for you, then you are not fit to watch hockey. My goodness, what is going on tonight in Salt Lake City? A fire lit under this Utes offensive attack.
42 shots on goal. I mean, I rarely feel bad for goaltenders. They have a great job. But Braden Baxter, sir, I envy your. I don't envy your job today. You know, the way that things have been going.
Envy your efforts, though. I mean,
Yes.
especially through that first period, keeping his team in the game. They come out in the 2nd. They keep the Utes off the board the first 5 minutes of the period. And the offense really couldn't pick up the slack where they needed to. And because of that, it is now a 10-1 contest. We're through with 2. We'll be back in 15 minutes, sending it down ringside for a quick interview between periods.
Hey, Utes fans, it's Molly. I'm here with Max Hovey. So tell me, how did it feel scoring 3 goals this period?
Felt good. It's nice to pot a few there, get a little bit of a lead, but definitely game's not over, so we got to keep going.
And with that high lead you guys have for the 2nd period, how are you going to keep up the momentum and the pace and the energy, of course, this next period?
We got to keep laying the body, and everyone has to not give up and keep going. We want all of our boys to score goals and share the wealth, so I'm excited to keep going here in the 3rd.
Well, thank you, Utes fans. We'll see you after the game.
Period number 3 due up momentarily. We're just getting back from our second intermission, and if you missed the second period, I don't know that we can fully recap it. There is simply too much that happened. 6 goals for the Utes, and Max Hovey with an early hat trick already. He's got a chance at a 4-goal game. They've got 2 other guys in the wings in Cole Turner and Adam Corral, also eagerly awaiting their own hat trick. They've got 10 goals through 3 periods, including 6 last period. Only 3 penalties all game, but they have not allowed in anything while on the penalty kill. Utah truly playing one of their most full-fledged performances of the year, and because of that, they lead by 9. And yes, we are playing hockey. This is not football. They have a 9-goal lead a minute removed from our second intermission coming to a close.
Yeah, and we're talking about big things for this Utah side. They just absolute domination. When you have multiple guys with a multi-goal game, but when you have multiple guys with multiple point game, you have a whole team effort. You have guys like Adam Corral, who they're not just getting on the goal side, they're also assisting. You have Cole Turner, he's scoring, but he also has an assist. You have Maxwell Hovey, who's just absolutely controlling this game in every sense of the matter. And then you have Connor Fenstemacher, who has his 2 goals. Each part of this team is working. Each line is getting their shifts and getting their goals. It's all cohesively working for the Utes. For Utah Valley, nothing is working. You come into the period with some hope, and then you only have 1 shot on goal the entire period. It's just a
disheartening a little bit.
Disaster. It's disheartening. It's all of the above.
And I mean, shout out to Max Hovey. You mentioned him. What a year it's been for Hovey. I mean, he has turned himself into a sniper, completely redefined that identity and become the core of this Utes offensive attack. It's been a joy to watch. Now I got a question for you, Valentino. What can the Utah Valley staff do to try and slow down this offensive attack? As you mentioned, so many guys to match up against. You got so many guys you're circling in your lineup card to try and shut down. How can you possibly limit all of them simultaneously?
I wish I could give Utah Valley an answer.
There doesn't have to be an answer.
I don't think there's an exact answer. If I'm a Utah Valley coach, I'm sitting down with my players and I'm just having a conversation with the whole team. And I'm telling them, listen, we know this game's gotten away from us. We know the score, but we still have 20 minutes of hockey to play here. And it's 20 minutes of hockey that it's our second to the last game of the season. We can finish this game and let them score another 6 on us, or we can finish this game with some pride and try and get something together and finish this as a team, because they've played all but as a team tonight. The only player that has really been a standout is Braden Baxter, because you have 42 shots on you, and I'm sorry, against this type of offense, he's kind of had to come up with some big saves, or this would be 42-1. So
that's a great point you make there. It has been nonstop offense since opening puck drop.
Yeah.
And I mean, for the Utes, this is the performance they've been looking for all year long. We called tonight a get-right game before the game started, and that seems to be exactly what it's serving as for the Utes, getting their confidence up, getting everybody in on some scoring action, stat padding for some of these guys, getting them in the right direction. And now we are underway in our final period of action, a 9-goal lead for the Utes. Haven't said that one many times in my career here as a broadcaster with the University of Utah. On the near side, Utah Valley looking for an outlet pass. They try and get it around to Murphy. Brandon Murphy's got it down there, but taken off the puck by Donovan O'Shea. Now it's Cole Turner. Turner looking for his 3rd goal of the game. Hovey, he's already got a hat trick. The Utes with a chance to have multiple guys getting some hats tossed onto the ice tonight. All the way on that far side. Pass through center ice. And back down by the logo. A nice feed caught by Adam Corral. Oh, my goodness. Right through the legs. picked his pocket. Why don't you? And now Nathan Skowinski's got the puck. Sends it down into the corner where Kai Tweeten waits, takes a shot off a boot, and deflects back to center ice. Connor Beers is the first one in pursuit. Officially a minute into this third period. 18:45 left to play. Beers enters the zone with some speed. Just forgot to take the puck with him. Now the Utes back check gets to work a little bit. Daniel Carroll on that near side sends it around the horn for Connor Beers. Beers waits and wraps behind the nets, sends it up to Nathan Skowinski between his legs and back down behind the net. Lucy stops and gets back in position. Beers has got it. He sends it through a couple bodies, and Utah Valley able to get that possession right back. Good job playing pesky thus far. Skowinski's got it. He sends it along the boards. Another one stopped in the neutral zone by Utah Valley, and right back down. Groundhog's Day right now. The same sequence a couple of times. 17:55 left to play. Utah finally getting the outlet there, looking for, but a good job by that Utah Valley back check. Punching it out of the zone and forcing a reset. And now on the near side with some speed, Aiden Umina, like a raging bull working through a crowd, somehow stays on his feet. And the Utes gonna have to reset as that puck trickles out of the offensive zone. Now back down in front of the net. Danger close in front. Aiden Umina on a turnover. Good chance in front, and a quick pass to get it out of danger, the danger zone. Crisis averted there for the Utah Valley back check. Here's Owen Melson, though. Melson sends it right between his two intended targets. And a nice play with the body. Nathan Skowinski forcing his man off the puck and back down into the corner. Big hit laid by Leduc. Nice job to stop that puck in its tracks. And now Aiden Umina has a chance. On the forehand, shoots the top left corner and just misses. Oh, man, just wide. Would have been the Utes' 11th goal of the game. All the way down it goes. And an icing call with 16:39 left to play here in the third. A 10-1 contest. More of the same thus far.
Yeah, and I want to reference something that we were talking about in the intermission just between us and different staff. It's been great for this program, the Utah hockey program on all different levels, whether it's men Division I, Division II, or women's Division I. But how great is it to highlight Utah hockey in a time where the NHL is going to be coming to our campus, to our football stadium at Rice Eccles Stadium, and playing the Winter Classic between our NHL team here in Utah, the Utah Mammoth, and the Colorado Avalanche next season.
Oh, a huge chance in front, and what a stop. And what an event we have to look forward to. Unfortunately, about a year away. But you're exactly right. 50,000 packed in at Rice Eccles Stadium for some outdoor hockey. I mean, does it get better than that?
No, I don't think it does. And it's going to be amazing. I think it's going to be amazing for this program as well, just to help the growth that is already been so great as we see our men's Division II team.
Ooh, good chance in front and a great save by Richard Lucy.
But they're playing games like this where, I mean, you see the skill and the talent that has just grown with these teams, and that they're constantly being ranked in the best in the country, right? They're the growth of this program over the years to get to where it's at right now, and that's going to be
Instrumental.
able to be highlighted on the biggest stage next year.
And that's a brilliant way of looking at it. I mean, think of all the benefits that have come with the arrival of the Mammoth here in the first place, bringing, accessibility to kids who want to play hockey and might not have the opportunity. I mean, that cost of entry, that's an expensive one. You got to get all your gear. You got to get everything loaded up. It's not like you can just show up to hockey practice day one and boom, you're good to go. I mean, it's amazing to get that extra attention on the sport, to get more people involved, more people that care. And it's just great for the city and for the community here at the university. These students get a chance to get involved on the ice and off the rink. And here's a good chance for Corral, who goes top shelf and was thinking Hattie as well. I've already lost a barrage of hats thanks to Max Hovey's hat trick tonight. We've got two more on our watch radar.
Yes.
And I mean, think of back to what you were saying, how successful this move has been, how many opportunities it opens. I mean, for youth hockey here in Salt Lake City, that's already an incredible benefit that the Utah Mammoth provides. Think of MLB next. If Salt Lake City's a front runner for an MLB team, think of all those kids who dream hockey, dream baseball, and just great time to be here in Salt Lake City.
100%.
And a great time to be here at the University of Utah. Battling for possession on that far side. 13:58 remains. And an icing back down by way of Braden Baxter we go.
And as we get close to this 13-minute mark left in the period, it's almost around that point when the floodgates opened for the Utes in that second period. So I'm not saying we're going to get another 6 goals in this period, but I'm just saying be very weary if you're a Utah Valley Wolverine fan right now, because Utes are still applying pressure. Hockey is still being played on the ice, and the Utes aren't slowing down.
Well, and they've showed off that quick strike ability about 4 times tonight, and I'm sure they're just itching to do it once more. Daniel Corral cutting to his forehand. I don't know how he still has the puck after the beating he just went through the heart of the defense. Right around that face-off circle, sending it up to Skowinski. Skowinski's already got a nice shot tonight. Still looking for goal number 1, and so close on the deflection out front. Had him beat, just couldn't find the nets. Daniel Carroll feeling the pressure. Nice job buying that eye attention up at the points, and then a quick pass to Beers. Carroll gets it off his tape to Nate Skowinski. Skowinski sends it along the boards behind the nets for Quinn Steffen. Steffen sends it down and tries to get it to Tweeten. Now Steffen takes matters into his own hands, playing physical behind the nets, and they cough it right back up. Utah's got it again. Forehand shot goes wide, and Utah's out there for the rebound. Sent back down and around into that far side corner. Wedged off the puck. A nice play with the body, but Utah able to get it right back, right by the logo. Fenny shoots in, scores, and a beauty. Top shelf, 11-1 is the lead. A 10-goal lead for the Utes here as we approach the halfway point of this third period. And Braden Baxter, he's been great in this period. He's been great when they've needed him this game, but I mean, it's the straw that broke the camel's back. Pressure and shot, and eventually you're going to get one of those.
And Maxwell Fenny gets his second of the game. We now have 3 players with 2 goals. We have Maxwell Hovey with a hattie. And, I mean, every phase of play, we said it at the beginning of this period, everyone is showing up for this Ute side. And well, now we have Max Fenny with 2 goals.
On the Hattie watch list. Impressive. We got 3 dudes now on the Hattie watch list, those being Adam Corral, Cole Turner, and as you just mentioned, Max Fenny with another multi-goal performance. What a great game for him. Sent back down and into the corner. Recently just played his 100th game as a Utes. True glue guy for everybody on this team. Fenny, he's seen it all. Promise you that. Murray in pursuit of that puck, and down into their corner it goes. 11:28 left to play in the third. We're going to get a face-off coming up just outside inside Utah Valley's side of the ice.
And it took 1 goal in that second period, and then it just started coming in bunches. We saw a goal, and then right after another goal, they came in 2s.
Ooh, good chance out front. And look at those reflexes from Riley Mabiatas. Just getting it off his stick before it was even there. And wouldn't you know it, he's got one to show for it. The 12th goal of the game for the Utes, their second of the last 2 minutes. And I'd like to hope that 11 goals is a big enough lead to try and close this one out over the next 11 minutes.
If there's any percentages, I would say 99.99% for the Utes.
Looking pretty good.
So I guess you're telling me there might still be a chance, but I don't know. I've never seen a comeback
So you're
like
telling
that.
me there's a chance. Well, if they score a goal each of the next 11 minutes, we have a brand new game. Oh, nice move by Melson to get it through traffic and to keep the puck rolling in the right direction. Alex Ewers enters the zone. Quick shot. Fenstermacher nearly had his third goal of the game. So I'm now realizing we have 4 near Hatties with Connor Fenstermacher in the mix as well.
I don't know what to say now from from this Utah side.
Riley Mabiatas, the most recent installment in the How Many Goals Can We Score Chronicle. The Utes looking for more here. Donovan O'Shea with a ripper from right in front of the logo. And, man, could you just feel how badly he wanted that goal?
Yeah. I mean, the Utah's two-way, man. He wants to – I feel like normally you all want to score, right? But especially in a game like today where they're just flying in, every person on that Utah bench feels like they can score.
So it was a 4-0 Utah lead before Braden Murphy scored his 5th of the year. Since then, 7 straight Utes goals. Unrecognizable from a 4-1 contest to a 12-1 contest. Utes are flying high today.
And remember, there was a point in this game when we were saying, maybe the tide is turning Utah Valley's way.
There's another chance in front. Second effort, third effort, fourth effort, fifth effort. Just too many coughed up pucks. And against an offense like this, the Utes are just going to – it's going to be a feeding frenzy all day. And wouldn't you know it, that's exactly what it's been. It's a 12-1 contest just over halfway into this third and final period of action.
I mean, I'm honestly, I've seen some blowouts, and I just can't remember a time this season where I've seen this Utah side be so complete when playing. Whether it's the PK unit, which we saw earlier, and they were just pressing against this Utah Valley side, or whether it's just been this, passing it around, cycling it around. It's all been good from this Utah team today.
Good chance from the point for Donovan O'Shea to let one rip, and he does. Fast break, 1-on-none. Richard Lucy going to be tested here, and he shuts down the chance. Golden opportunity. One of the best chances we've seen all night for Utah Valley. And Richard Lucy decides to stonewall him. And that one squeaks through. Dangerous for a second there, but not on nets. And looks like a hand pass getting called there that time for Utah. And another face-off coming, like in the neutral zone. And here's another look at that stop by Lucy, tracking it all the way. Never missing a beat there. Just a great save. Utah now has 7 times the amount of shots that Utah Valley does in this contest. Nice stop by Lucy right there.
Good for him. Richard, he's doing something. Lucy is at least getting some type of exercise in the game.
Well, he hasn't had the biggest test against him tonight, considering he has an 11-goal lead to work with as well. Albeit when they've needed him, he's been there all but once.
And that
nice
one time
move.
Was a one-on-one opportunity that really his team left him out to dry on that. So
good chance in front. Second effort's there. Good cover up from Braden Baxter to shut down the chance. 8:35 to play in the third. And I think you're exactly right. Team hasn't done him much help. It's hard to keep him out of the net when the puck's predominantly on your side of the ice. A lot of desirables left out there tonight for Utah Valley University. And again, it hasn't been the shiniest of years for the Wolverines, except for this past weekend Their first multi-win weekend of the season. They beat Eastern Michigan and Gonzaga. 2 big wins coming in here. The hottest they've been all year. And the Utes doing a great job of shutting down the Utah Valley point of attack. Offsides just a tick early that time. 8:10 left to play in this 12-1 contest.
And whatever fire Utah Valley had coming into this, the Utes poured ice water on very early on in this match. But, you know what, credit to Utah Valley. They are at least still getting shots on goal. They've had probably more shots on goal this period than they've had this entire game. They're still playing, and that's a credit to the coaches on the bench, at least keeping their guys. Although this is a 12-1 game, you know what? Let's at least keep playing and keep your heads up, because this is a very good Utah team. This is a team who is going to be competing in regionals. This is a team that has a chance to do something. Utah Valley.
Ooh, a big hit in open ice.
Utah Valley isn't really had that type of season. They've been lacking. They're last in the MWCHL. There hasn't been much to look forward to this year, especially against in-conference opponents. But those 2 wins that they got, it's a good head lift for this Utah Valley team.
Utah, well, they've had their heads lifted all game long. How could you not when you have a double-digit lead? I mean, again, as we've mentioned, we've seen the Utes play some great hockey this year. This is by far the most well-rounded performance we've seen all season long from these guys. Puck is in traverse right in front of the net. Ewers takes a quick shot, and Baxter with the quick cover. And a face-off coming up on the near side circle, or the far side circle, in the Utah Valley zone. 6:45 left to play here in our third and final period of action. Face-off win goes to the Utes, and that shot wide. And I think Braden Baxter, thanking his lucky stars for it, didn't seem like he had a great beat on that puck. Oh, what great defense from the Utes, allowing absolutely 0 chances in front of their nets and helping their guy out in net. Connor Beers tries to wedge it through a couple bodies and is taken down in the process.
Oh.
And wouldn't you know, it's the 13th goal of the game, and a hat trick. Is it a hat trick for Connor Fenston? No, I think he gets the assist on that Barry. And the Utes ready to play.
Yep.
No handshake line needed.
Nope.
Right back on the ice.
Honestly, I think it's respect being shown here. And it was Fenstermacher. Again, from distance, they give him just a little bit of room, and just like we saw in his other 2 goals, he gets the hat trick. We have 2 hat tricks in this game for the Utes, and Fenstermacher does an absolutely amazing job just slotting that one away. The Utes, like we've said all night, a complete performance. And, you know, I was thinking about it. Coming off of those 2 losses, it could have been a thing in practice. Coach Fornelius just gathering the team together, having a conversation with them, and whatever was said in practice, in training, in the locker room, whatever was said clearly resonated with these players. It got them together. They played as a team today, multiple players with a multi-point game. It's just been a complete and total great performance from this side.
Not only resonated, I think it detonated this team into the stratosphere. They're playing with fire. They're playing with anger. They're doing everything you want to see, you know, in a full-fledged Utah win is what they're looking to make it. And, well, they certainly have the lead to do that. A 13-1 contest with 5:25 left to play. Here's another great shot. Screen shot from right outside the logo. Corral wants a hattie as well. So we've got 2 people for the Utes already with hat tricks. Max Hovey and Connor Fenstermacher. Just an impressive night for this Utes offense as a whole. Cole Turner somehow beats his man to that puck. Here's a shot, nearly got the 4th goal of the game. And did get his 4th goal of the game. I can't even they're not even celebrating out there. It is a 14-1 game. Max Hovey's got 4 tonight.
Oh my goodness.
And our apologies for the lack of enthusiasm, but we can't even tell up here. Like the reactions to everybody, it's what is going on?
And
15 goals combined tonight, and 14 of them from the Utes.
It's got to the point where, I mean, I want to give a shout out to the respect that's being shown by this Ute side to a Utah Valley side. We are no longer playing the fight song after goals because, I mean, it's just to that point, right? And it is a sense of respect. You know what it's like to be on the other side of these results. It's tough, but when hockey's still being played, you're not going to, out of respect, you're not going to slow down. You still want to put shots on because that's the respect you have for your opponent.
100%.
You're going to keep taking those shots because if you were to let off that gas pedal, that's showing a disrespect.
Yeah, I was going to say it's almost more disrespectful to pull off and stop playing competitively and let them dominate in terms of possession. I think Utah Valley would probably rather. The iron sharpens iron, right?
Yep.
They're only going to get better from playing a competition like the Utes that have played better than them throughout the game. So while it might look grim seeing a 14-1 score against you if you're a member of the Utah Valley team, you have to know you got to go through these bad times to get to the good stuff.
Yep.
And you can only learn from these mistakes and these failures. They teach better than anything else. So for Utah Valley, a nice move for Dono O'Shea. A couple nice moves right in front, tried to bury it himself, and he couldn't get it through. But if you're Utah Valley, you have to be excited about this core group of players. You know, obviously not the results you've been looking for tonight and most of this season, but build on what you've learned off of. Continue to stack the ends. It's not like this Utah team just overnight became one of the best teams in the MWCHL. This has been stacking year after year after year. The narrative begins to change. People start to take notice. And finally, the Utes putting on paper one of their best performances I've ever had the pleasure of watching. Looking to make it a 15-1 game. A good save by Braden Baxter. 2:57 remaining in regulation.
See, normally around this time, we would be doing a goal breakdown of the game. I think it would take the rest of the 2:50 that's left in this game to go through all the goals. But just this period, we've seen 3 amazing goals from this Ute side.
Looking for 4 right here, and they're going to get it. My goodness, it just doesn't stop coming. It is Alex Murray checking in for his 2nd goal of the year, his 3rd points, and a 15-1 contest.
Yep.
2:47 left to play, and an ugly night for one side, joyous night for the other side. And that's how these games go. What great awareness right there. Just moving them the whole way. Nobody on the defense able to pick up on it in time. A perfect pass right on his tape. And the Utes make it a 15-1 game.
And what a way to close out the regular season for the Utes. I mean, you're going into a little bit of a more pressure-intense time now, right? You have a lot to look forward to now that you're finishing this regular schedule. But it's been a great year for this Utes, despite some of the woes in these past couple of weeks and the past couple of games that they faced. But I think this is just a good pick-me-up for this side before they go into what's going to be a little bit of a pressure test for the Utes.
Pressure builds diamonds. And, I mean, this Utah team over the last couple years, they've been so good at staying competitive in games that they're losing. It's a nice change of fortunes tonight to see them dominating in every facet of a game. And, you know, we talk about that Utah identity. That Utah identity is never being able to get knocked out. They're never out of a game. This year they haven't lost a game where they felt like they're out of it. They're always within striking range. And today, they were in the driver's seat the whole game for one of the first times all season. If this is what a fully gelled skating Utes team looks like, then that puts the league on notice. I would not want to face this Utes team.
Yeah, I'd watch out. And you're going into these different tournaments, whether it's the MWCHL, the Wasatch, or whatever it is, and you're going to see a team that if they play like this, I would put them against any team, even Weber State, and say that they're going to stand a chance.
And I mean, think of the 3 contests they've had against Weber State this year. Here's a great chance by Navitas, straight alone to the net, and looks like a delayed penalty coming up. Was hoping for a penalty shot with under 2 minutes left to play. 1:57 and even 60 shots now for the Utes. 20 in period will definitely keep the doctor away. And it does look like Utah Valley going to the box for, I believe, the 3rd time tonight. Might be the 3rd and final time tonight.
Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, I just looked up there and I saw the 60 shots on goal, and I thought that maybe there was something wrong with our scoreboard for a second.
No, you are reading that right,
Oh my
Valentino.
goodness.
I promise you. 60 shots. And if you're looking at the 15 in the goal column and you're like, what's going on, man? Somebody's got to get that goalie out of there. Then you see the 60 and you're like, wow, okay. Braden Baxter, I do understand the position you're in.
Yes, sir. And I mean, I think Utah Valley, they're just going to want to pack up and go home, get out of here with 15 on the board.
Well, that's the nice part about it being a crosstown
16,
rivalry. How about
never mind.
16? My goodness, it just doesn't end. It is a power play goal for the Utes. They're second of the game. And, oh boy, would you believe me if I said Cole Turner had another one? A big day for everybody getting a action.
So we have a minute 52 left on the clock, and we now again have 3 players on this Utes team on hat-trick watch.
Well, we've got a minute 40 left to play. Let's see what else is in store. The Utes looking for their 17th goal of the night, not of the season. My instinct was to say of the season. That is their 17th goal of the night. Boy, that'll help a plus-minus, won't it? Here's Corral. Hat trick on the line. A good save from Braden Baxter. Shuts down that chance there. Utah Valley looking for a clear. And a man a little bit shaken up down there, raising a hand, saying, hey, what's going on? What are we doing not calling that? But I think at this stage in the game, 75 seconds left and a 15-goal lead you're working with.
And there's another man going to the box.
And they are ringing him up, going to the box again. And I guess that's the bow on the top of the Christmas present, the star on top of the tree, the cherry on top of the sundae.
I don't know if they can add any more toppings to this sundae because
it's overloaded.
It's overloaded. Listen, I'm not Coach Fornelius or anything, and maybe this is just the little bit of a fan side of me, but I'd put all 3 guys who are looking for their hat trick in this last minute, go out there and whoever gets it, just go and take it, man.
I completely agree. Coach, if you're listening, assemble the wackiest line you can, throw them out there and get them all Hatties. 50 seconds remaining here in the 3rd and final period. And a Wolverine a little slow to get up in that corner, and it's final 45 seconds is the one thing you don't want to see. Needless injuries at the quarter.
At least he got back up. That's great to see.
That is a very good sign. Breath of fresh air as Isaac Becerra able to skate back to his bench in a world of pain over there in the corner. Most likely him and another body colliding at a very high speed with lots of force would do that. But a very good sign to see Becerra skate off the ice on his own. 40 seconds remaining. Adam Corral looking for another, and he nearly had it there.
Oh my goodness.
Knocked down, falling around on the ice, and he gets the shot off, but a good save from Braden Baxter. 35 and a half remaining. And the Utes will be on the power play through the rest of this game. What a game it has been for the Utes in all facets. Approaching our final half minute of play.
It's the final countdown.
Final countdown of 35 and a half seconds. And nothing but power play today, apparently. Donovan O'Shea going to take it, and
you
they're just
know,
going to burn out the clock
this
with
is
half a minute left.
a bit of a clap here from the Utes. They're just going to run this clock out. It's respect. We don't need to pad the scoring anymore for the final 20 seconds. Oh, no, maybe I'm wrong. The Utes are going to come at this one more time. One last rush.
One last shot for the road. I should say for home, I guess.
Yeah.
They are the home team, but it looks like that is going to do it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We are done in Salt Lake City. A 16-1 beatdown of the crosstown rival Utah Valley Wolverines. What an incredible night if you're wearing red and white. And if you're not, my sincerest condolences. That was a long one. A 16-1 finish in our contest tonight. A 15-goal advantage for the Utes, and my goodness, just an onslaught of offense. Richard Lucy in net playing a great game, and the Utes back check just giving Utah Valley a whole lot of nothing. One of the most dominant performances we've ever seen here at the Salt Lake County Ice Sheet.
Yeah, and we've talked about it. It was a pick-me-up for this Utah side. How are you going to respond? You go 2 straight losses on a road trip. It was very tough, but what a way to finish this game off. 15-goal lead to finish the game, and there's no other way that I think Coach Cornelius would have liked his team to respond after those 2 losses on the road. This Ute side going into the postseason, they are going to be riding this high and looking forward.
Well, I don't know how you could close it out any better in front of your home crowd. I mean, they scored 6 goals in the second period after scoring 4 in the first. And if you thought that was enough, you thought wrong. How about 5 more in that third and final period of action? How about a hat trick for, man, I can't even remember. We had somebody. Connor Fenstemacher had 2. Max Hovey had a hat trick. I mean, everybody getting in on the action. Daniel Carroll with a goal. Fenstemacher with a big night. Cole Turner with a big night. Fenny with a big night. And, I mean, when you got this many pieces contributing to the whole, good things happen. 16-1 beatdowns happen. And you continue to use your home field advantage to your advantage.
Yeah, and as the pictures are being taken on the ice and you see the guys just enjoying these moments, it's good. It's just great to see that this Utah team come together one last time on their home sheet against a conference opponent. Well, not for the last time because they're going to be playing some more games together, but for the regular season, it was just amazing. And
what a way to close it.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a great year to watch this Utah side.
Well, for myself, Ellis Beacom, alongside my wonderful color man in Valentino Pichardo, an absolute pleasure getting to take you through tonight's contest. And until next time, which we are looking forward to, we're going to send it down ringside for a quick interview with team captain Ben LeDuc.
Yeah, okay. Hey, Utah hockey fans. I'm Claire O'Connor here with Ben LeDuc, the captain for the Utes. Tonight was a massive win with the final score being 16-1. How are you guys going to take this win into the Wasatch Cup coming up?
A win like that's always good, especially losing 2 up in Denver. Yeah, just a lot of momentum. Got to play like that always. Not selfish plays, making passes and scoring goals.
Artie, and how do you feel like you personally played tonight?
Yeah, it was all right, Line mates played really well. They were moving the puck around, helped me out a little bit, but yeah.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.